any noise. I'm making a video. Page 10, primary and secondary research information. Primary and secondary research information. Primary research material is material that comes from the horse's mouth. It is a document or object that was created by the person under study or during the time period under study. Examples of primary sources are original documents such as manuscripts, diaries, interviews, autobiographies, government records, letters, news video, and artifacts such as Native American poetry or wall writings in Egyptian tombs. Second research material is anything that is not primary, or secondary research material is anything that is not primary. Secondary sources are those things that are written or otherwise recorded about the main subject. Examples include a critical analysis of literary work. A poem by William Blake is primary, but the analysis of the poem by T.S. Eliot is secondary. A magazine article about a person, a direct quote would be primary, but the report is secondary. Histories, commentaries, and encyclopedias. Role of emotion in poetry. Poetry is designed to appeal to the physical and emotional senses. Using appeals to the physical senses through words that invoke sight, sound, taste, smell, and touch also causes the imagination to respond emotionally. Poetry appeals to the soul and memories with language that can be intriguingly, I'm sorry, I don't know what that word is, novel and profoundly emotional in connotation. Poetry can focus on any topic, but the feelings associated with the topic are magnified by the order presented found in poetry. Verse, however, is merely a matter of structure. The thing that turns words into poetry is the feeling packed into those words. People write poetry to express their feelings, and people read poetry to try to express those same feelings. Poetry interprets the human condition with understanding and insight. Children respond well to poetry because it has an inviting, entertaining sound that they are eager to mimic. Line structure in poems. A line of poem can be any length and can have any metrical pattern. A line is determined by a physical position of words on a page. A line is simply a group of words in a singular line. Considering the following example. When I consider how my light is spent, ere half my days in this dark world and wide. End quote. These are two lines of poetry written by John Milton. Lines may or may not have punctuation at the end, depending, of course, on the need for punctuation. If these two lines were written out in a paragraph, they would be written with a slash line and a space in between the lines. Quote, when I consider how my light is spent, / or comma / ere half my days in this dark world and wide. End quote. Stanza structure in poems. A stanza is a group of lines. The grouping denotes a relationship among the lines. A stanza can be any length, but the separation of lines into different stanzas indicates an intentional pattern created by the poet. The breaks between stanzas indicate a change of subject or thought. As a group of lines, the stanza is a melodic unit that can be analyzed for metrical and rhythm patterns. Various common rhythm patterns have been named. The Spenserian stanza, which has a rhyme pattern of AB, AB, BC, B, CC, is an example. Stanzas of certain length also have names. Example include the couplet, which has two lines, the terence, which has 3 lines, and the quatrain, which has 4 lines.